So Charles Barkley gave a interview the other day, and one of the things he talked about was saying that he wished that he was on TV more because TNT's Inside the NBA has only been on, I think, 3 or 4 times all NBA season. The NBA has kind of pulled the plug on that and basically said, this ain't our show. And Charles is just saying, he said, like, I used to say I wouldn't be on TV. I didn't want to do that ESPN shit where you work in all them channels. But I do wish he was on TV a little bit. And he said he hoped that things will get better in the spring. So it just seemed to be that the NBA really doesn't fuck with this show. And my theory is that they didn't want the show to exist anymore at all. And instead of just killing the show where they could go elsewhere, they did that industry thing like you do in movies where you buy it and then you put it on the shelf so no one else can have it. So I just think that's funny. I think it's poetic justice because I remember when they were on TNT and Charles was clowning ESPN people. They do Spanish, they do this, they do that. They work 50 jobs, like clowning them, and now he ain't getting.
And be clear, he's still clowning them. He said a lot more than you even said. He was clowning some of the commentators, the experts, the analysts. He was clowning ESPN 1, 2, 3 Deportes. He was clowning some of the shit that you have to say to even be on TV. Clowned the amount of times they've been on ESPN, not just since the NBA season, but this month as a whole. He said they've been there like twice or 3 times this month. He said he don't care if he get fired. He was shooting at the upper executives. Hey, I would love nothing more than to get fired and y'all have to pay me out the rest of my contract for the next 7 years. I triple dare you. Please let me go home and golf. Please let me go home and golf and get paid instead of doing this bullshit. He said a lot. Wow. But the big takeaway was that he was upset because the show's not on. There's no airtime. I agree with everything Park said. They just wanted that show off of the air and it wasn't really good toward the end. One of the best shows ever, my opinion, toward the end. Not so much.
It is a slow death.
Where was I wrong?
You were saying that they'll be fine, and they are still on television.
I didn't say that. I said the NBA ratings have dropped. I said people would watch the show just to see Charles, Kenny, and Ernie and Shaq make you laugh. It could be a game with fucking the Pelicans in Milwaukee, and niggas will watch for them. I said they were an attraction in and of themselves. And I said that I think the new people that have replaced them are not fan favorites like they were. I ain't say nothing about them being okay. I think them niggas love that job. I think when you rich and you don't got nothing to do, coming to work sometimes with niggas that you fuck with doing something that you love, i.e. coming to this podcast, it gives a level of enjoyment that we could come up here and talk shit and still get paid to talk shit. Like, it's cool. I think them niggas would love that job. I think they modified their lives for that job. And I think they tight when that shit, they expressed that they was tight when that shit got canceled. I just think that those niggas, because you came in and was saying that their new assessment would be, oh, yo, they not working hard enough. They not playing hard enough. They wouldn't go into the analytical stuff about basketball no more. They was just real short with it toward their end of their run.
I think that was the bottom line of my point is that they you can tell that they weren't watching games.
Yeah, you said that.
They were extra critical of their business partners, and the product had just deteriorated. It's still a performance-based business. Like,
true.
I think that EJ and Kenny Smith will be fine because they're really, really good at just explaining things. Shaq got too much business and too much money to really care about.
And he's not a basketball.
But know what the funny part is? EJ and Kenny would handle the analytical stuff. What made that show was the banter, the comedy, and all of that shit that also came from Chuck and Shaq. When you take those two that are the like the more journalistic, if that's a word.
They're actually just analysts. They're basketball analysts. And Shaq and
you
Charles
take
aren't.
Shaq and Charles and bring it all together, I think it's a real good gumbo that everybody liked because the comedic portion and the performative portion came from Chuck and Shaq.
But what if everybody didn't like it? Like, what if they ran whatever they little focal groups or they numbers research and marketing and all of that?
Focus test,
Yeah, and saw like people don't want that no more.
Oh,
like,
maybe it might have started to dip, but be clear, they were the #1 sports show for a very long time. Very long time.
And deserved.
And the ratings said so.
And deservedly so.
Maybe it took a dip. That's possible. Yeah, it's possible. I'm not saying that, but we're not going to say that them niggas had a state.
We know what they was.
Yeah, they stand.
They're a super entertaining show, and I always thought they were. And I think I agree with you. Shaq and Charles added the personalities to what Kenny was doing, which was the analytics. And then Ernie is probably as good a host as there is. But But I think the fans are also, this generation of fans want something else too. In the age of podcasts, blogs, where there's so much expertise or pseudo expertise, there's so much talk. People actually wanted to talk about X's and O's, and that makes it tough. But I think Charles and them made this bed, and I love Charles Barkley. I think they made this bed, and they're going to have to lie in it now. I don't know if we'll ever see them on TV the way they were 5 years ago.
It's possible.
Probably not. Life is a series of moments, and moments pass.
That's what I always say.
Exactly. Did you guys familiarize yourself with the ESPN article, the piece that they did on the Lakers, LeBron, and Jeannie Buss?
Oh yeah.
I didn't read the whole piece. I saw excerpts from it, and I think it's true. And again, I've come in here and we've been talking off mic and telling you what niggas have said to me, and I ain't got the inside track. I ain't, you know what I mean? But
you do be having an inside track.
a little bit, but the shit but didn't it mirror what the niggas been saying to me months ago? I said some of this stuff, and it comes out that this the same exact shit.
And LeBron has denied it, by the way, just for the record.
Of course,
He
and
announced
Jeannie.
today. Yeah.
So what were the spicy details?
That they tired of his shit. Him and Rich Paul are running around like they the mayor, and some of these people not with that shit.
The Lakers ain't with that shit. Nobody's bigger than the
Bro,
program.
we talking about old white money, bro.
Jeannie Buss privately grumbled about LeBron's outsized ego and Clutch's overt control over the organization. Some of the same things that you heard out of Miami when that whole thing was going awry. And Cleveland. Yeah, actually, you're right about that. Lack of accountability. Jeannie Buss felt that LeBron would shift blame onto others, especially after the Russell Westbrook trade that did not work out. She said she seriously considered trading him a few years ago. She said she feels like LeBron takes way too much credit for the organization being where they are. She said a lot of LeBron stuff, to which LeBron replied, I don't care about articles that are written. And all the LeBron stuff is juicy for headlines. Yeah. I read the entire piece. The real juice to me was about the internal fight between her and her siblings.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah, I thought that was kind of the main.
That's where the real tea was.
The rest of it sounds like regular like workplace bitching, kind of. You know what I'm saying? I know it's super blown up because we're talking about LeBron and the Lakers, but it sounds like.
Yeah,
but
it's every battle our athlete has had with it.
But the article was talking about how Jeannie Buss may be recognized differently in the estate planning than the rest of the siblings, which enabled her to take a certain stance or behave in a way that was against the majority of the siblings, especially when it came to do with the team, the handling of it, the selling of it, so forth and so on. They painted her to be like a real.
Well, the rest of the siblings came way after, right? Wasn't Jeannie around like when the purchase happened? I'm just going off of Showtime. I'm not a fucking.
I don't know, but I did hear. I heard that for a while she stepped back from the organization because they was been beefing, and I heard she stepped back and said, "Cool, I'm gonna let y'all do it your way for 3 or 4 years, and we're gonna see what happens." And that's when the Lakers were at a low. And she came back in like, all right, let a real nigga do this now.
She said that?
As a quote.
You get what I'm saying? She came back in and said, yo, let me do what we gonna do, and we gonna see who fares better, when y'all was at the helm or when I'm at the helm. You understand what I'm saying?
And then she fared better.
And then she fared better.
Yeah. But she was around since the 80s, no?
Yes, she's been the one.
She grew up in the organization.
That's what I'm saying.
And my dad was you know what I'm saying? So she grew up in the organization. Again, to your point, I think this is old white money.
However, I'm sorry.
Everybody not a fan of the sport. I think she's a fan of the sport.
Right.
Some people look at this shit like it's a business. So now when you start talking about the inner turmoil, I don't know this to be true. It could have came from the handling of LeBron.
Well, and I think they recognize her status with the organization. However, the other siblings say it's pretty clearly laid out in the estate plan, and if anybody ever knew their dad, that their dad wanted the Lakers to be a family business for the rest of life. Like any profit, any benefit, y'all divvy this up. I don't want to sell this. I want y'all to work through this as a family. I gave my entire life for this for y'all to do. Hey, so the siblings are like, everything that Jeannie Buss is doing is in stark contradiction with what Dad would have wanted with his team. And they talk about the handling of the Mitch Kupchak firing the Magic Johnson handling.
Gotcha.
They said Jerry West has kind of been the glue behind the scenes, holding things together between Jeannie, the siblings, and just the handling of it. And all the siblings are not happy with the sale of the team and how they went about. So really, really, really interesting piece. The LeBron stuff was secondary to me.
Yeah,
So,
that sounds interesting.
To your thing, and again, we just being objective.
Yeah.
If I'm the person in the office every day, I'm busting my ass, I'm racking my brains, I'm trying to hold this shit together, I'm trying to create winning teams, I'm handling all these personalities, and y'all may not have more day-to-day duties. Y'all over there chilling, being billionaires.
Right.
Oh, she fired them.
And I'm getting older.
She
right?
fired them from their positions
You know what
with
this
the
sound
team.
like? Succession.
Yeah, like I'm getting
up.
older, dog.
That's true.
Y'all not doing shit. You can't tell me I gotta maintain this when y'all over there chilling. I gotta hold this together, and y'all just getting residuals from whatever it comes in. You can't. I want to live my life. I still look like a little. You know what I mean? But and I'm fucking with you. But
You're not.
you might can't tell me that I gotta hold on to this forever, even though that was Dad's wishes. It could be unfair. Y'all niggas ain't helping me.
It'd be
Where do you
like
stand on that?
It'd be like that in some of these family passed down.
But
shits.
where do y'all stand on that
Personally,
personally?
I see
I
both
believe
sides.
if Pops left control or like the final say, whatever that to her, he saw something in her and believed in her. So obviously he didn't believe in y'all to do it a certain way. Not because you can easily say Dad would have wanted this, Dad would have wanted that. You don't know their conversation. You don't know what Pop said to her. She sees something else. She knows something else. So I stand. If he left it to her, that was for a reason.
I also think that family business shit is like, Dad said he wanted this to be a family business. If she's running the business, it's still the family's business. You know what I'm saying? Like, I could see how.
Or you might be in an advantageous spot to say, we ain't gonna sell the business. You not doing shit.
Yeah, you just collecting off of the business.
You just collecting, nigga. You not doing no heavy lifting. You not helping me negotiate contracts. I gotta deal with these niggas when they come in my office, not you.
Did I tell y'all don't leave nothing to them dumbass kids? I just told
Well,
you.
all you got to know which kids to leave it
Which
to.
kids?
Which is what Pops could have did. He could have looked at his kids and said, "Yo, I know this one right here. She been here. She know how to run this shit. She gonna get it done the right way."
And I think that the state of business, economy, et cetera, a lot of that family business shit is a thing of the past. I think that shit is a thing of the past. A lot of times now, people are starting businesses, they build market share, they sell. They go start another one. They build it up, they sell. And that's how niggas are scaling out here.
I think it's also a little bit different when the business has made billions and billions of dollars. Like, we're no longer a mom and pop shop. Like, this is an international multi-billion dollar business.
That daddy took
We can
and
cash
made
this
from
shit
the
out.
ground up.
Like,
Yeah, you're right.
And she take that money and go do something else with it.
I'm never selling. Well, when I say never, no time soon. It won't be in mine or my siblings' lifetime that I'm selling. If I know my dad's story, was there to witness it firsthand, how he took his very last and then borrowed
And
to
gambled.
get this
Yeah.
team
And gambled.
and kind of build the modern day live NBA game shit that you see today.
Yeah.
I'm never doing that. One,
Valid.
two. There's always sometimes there's that, and I'm not saying that what y'all are saying is off, but also sometimes the sibling is presenting themselves like they're gonna hold it down for everybody, and as soon as dad or mom hit the casket, now their own agenda's coming.
They on some other
That's
shit.
possible.
And if I'm looking at what Boston sold for recently, what Golden State sold for recently, and I'm the Los Angeles Lakers, and granted, they got some record-breaking.
They got the highest number
Yeah,
ever.
they got a record-breaking number for it. But I'm going to hold on for a little bit and
And-
have faith in the direction that the NBA is going in.
New Joe Budden.